In this session, I'll be focusing on corporate communication skills, the introductory aspect, meaning and definition, and also the characteristics of corporate communication. Corporate communication refers to the communication between corporations or organization, as well as communication which takes place within the organization, which happens through electronic mails, video conference, phone calls, or through office memo, notices, and many more. Hence, corporate communication refers to the communication between corporations as well as the communication within corporations. Based on the meaning, corporate communication can be divided into four broad components. Let's discuss each component. The first communication component is communication by a corporation to influence its stakeholders and public at large for establishing better and cordial relations. The next powerful component is marketing communication. The focus is directed at achieving sales, and this is possible with the support of other managerial functions or disciplines such as finance department, human resource department, or production department. The third component is communication, which happens by an organization where the focus is to engage those publics where there is interdependence by implication with the major groups such as investors, suppliers, and its employees. The most important focus of a corporation is to manage its reputation or the goodwill. So the company has to manage its reputation, which is possible through its ethical practices and better performance. So these are the four components of corporate communication. Let's discuss the popular definition of corporate communication. This definition is given by P. Jackson. According to him, corporate communication is the integrated approach to all kinds of communication, which is produced by an organization and directed at all relevant target groups. Each item of communication must convey and emphasize the corporate identity. So, any word or any message spelled by a communication which happens by a corporate, it is focusing its strength and reputation. So it is an integrated approach according to Jackson. Let's discuss the next definition, which is given by Joseph Fernandez. According to him, corporate communication is a long-term strategic initiative. Strategy refers to the plans which is taken by a corporate organization to communicate its strength, that is the core brand and its core messages, to a wide spectrum of audiences in this globalized market environment. Here, core corporate communication is very simple, and the way the corporate communicates effectively, the message should be passed on in an effective and with utmost clarity. So this is the definition given by Joseph Fernandez. So based on the meaning and definition, let's move on to understand what are the characteristics of corporate communication. The nature or characteristics of communication will be discussed, which are primarily classified or grouped as 10. The first is formal communication. So most of the corporate communications are formal in nature, where you can take examples of orders, instructions, suggestions, etc. are sent, maintaining a formal procedure. The communication which happens in an organization is in a systematic way, and it has to pass through the various levels. So the 80% of communication happening in an organization is formal in nature. The remaining 20% falls in the category called as informal communication. So the next feature, let's discuss. The size and structure of a corporate organization being large and complex. Informal communication or grapevine communication. which happens among different groups of employees. It takes place parallelly with formal communication. As I mentioned, formal communication component is 80%, remaining 20% is all through gossips and grapevine communication, which cannot be avoided, but it can be controlled. Let's discuss the third characteristics, that is communication which happens both internal and external. Let's discuss first internal communication. Exchange of information with a large number of people within the organization is considered as internal. When it takes place outside the business is required for communicating effectively with this external environment, then we categorize it as external communication. So internal communication happens with its managers, employees, whereas external is with its customers, suppliers, vendors, distributors, government, and competitors. The fourth characteristics is oral and written communication. While oral communication is used for closer and internal communication with its employees, written communication is made with the outsiders or external environmental associates. So the fifth characteristics is wide coverage. Let's discuss the wide coverage aspect. An organization needs to convey its message both to its internal and external. But when it comes to wide coverage, corporate organizations are large and wide range of people are required to be covered in communication. People within the organization at different levels and different departments, and large number of people are outside, such as the competitors, suppliers, your own customers, where you need to cover each and every one so that they are being communicated. So these are the 5 characteristics of communication. Let's move on to learn the remaining characteristics. The next characteristics of corporate communication is the means of communication. Today, the technology has taken us to the virtual platform. Most of the communication is happening through online resources, such as through electronic mail, video conferencing, and websites. Every organization creates its own website and email IDs through which they correspond officially. And within the organizations, you have your own blogs, and if required, even face-to-face communication is encouraged. The next is feedback. As in the case of other communication, feedback is an essential element of successful corporate communication. Communication is a two-way process of sending information and receiving response. Therefore, feedback is necessary component to know whether your receiver has understood the message the way you have intended. The next feature is long-term system. Corporate organization as a continuous existence or perpetual existence. So corporate communication is not a temporary arrangement. It is a long-term system or process. Communication is carried out continuously through a stable process. The next feature is continuous flow of communication. In a corporate organization, flow of communication is continuous and it is uninterrupted. It is continuous due to organization's perpetual existence and uninterrupted owing to the formal official channels. The last characteristics is reliable information. In a corporate organization, information is collected through various sources and decisions are taken after making necessary research, scrutinizing, and scanning the information to make the information reliable and correct. So these are the characteristics of corporate communication. We have just discussed about the introductory aspect of corporate communication, meaning, components, definition, and we have also discussed the characteristics of corporate communication. With this, we end this session 2 on corporate communication.